Alright guys, welcome to part 2 of our low calorie and high protein snacks that you can get at any store. Today we're going to be talking about these smaller snacks and toppings today. So first off, on this side we have zero sugar Jello and zero sugar pudding. Now you're looking at each thing of Jello, so this is flavored strawberry and orange. So this is the variety pack and you get 4. You're looking at 5 calories per one of these little cups. Only 5 calories. Can't go wrong with that. That is also high volume and that'll fill you up. It's a nice snack as long as you got those cravings going on. Same thing with our zero sugar pudding here. Now I will say from experience, this tastes exactly like normal pudding. You cannot tell the difference in my opinion. The only difference with the calories on this one is that it is only 7 calories with 1 gram of protein. And going back to our Jello real quick, 0 grams, but there are some of these that do have 1 gram of protein per. I have not found that yet though. Now, moving on along the side here, we have these real bacon bits. And this is nice for a little topping to throw in your eggs. And you're looking at about 25 calories per serving, which is about 7 grams. And you're looking at about 3 grams of protein per. So can't go wrong with that, just to help flavor things up. Real nice, real bacon. And of course, can't go wrong with more. Can't believe it's not butter. But this is the butter spray. And the butter spray comes in handy to just get those buns all nice. Yeah, but can't go wrong with that. This is nice to have, gives it a little flavor. Moving on real quick, we have, again, from the Carb Master series, we have multiple different kinds of small yogurts. You're looking at 3 grams of carbs, 1 gram of sugar, 60 calories per, and 9 grams of protein. And as you see, we have the orange vanilla, peach, strawberry, and blackberry. Now, I will say the orange vanilla is probably my best flavor. Some of these, like the cinnamon one, have really bad aftertaste. They are not that great. But I will say these are nice for easy snacks, high in protein, and only 60 calories per. Really nice along with the smoothies as well. Moving on, of course, we have fat-free cottage cheese. Now, if you're like me and you can just eat straight cottage cheese, go for it. It's really good, high in protein. You're looking at 13 grams of protein per serving, only 80 calories, and that is about half a cup. Now, for our next snack here, we have canned tuna. Now, 1 can of tuna, this is the Chunk Light in water. Never get in oil because it's just unnecessary calories that you do not need. The in water is always the best option. And as you can see, it is only 90 calories per can. But you're also looking at, let's see, where's that? 20 grams of protein per. So this is the equivalent to about 1 scoop of protein powder. Can't go wrong with a little can of tuna. They also have canned chicken. Could not find any of that for some odd reason. So I don't mind the tuna. It's up to you, your preference. Moving on, we have G. Hughes. Can't go wrong with some G. Hughes. Now, all of G. Hughes sauces are only about 10 calories per serving, and this just happens to be the barbecue honey flavored. This is also gluten-free and only 2 grams of carbs per serving. We are looking at 2 grams of carbs, and that's about it for 2 tablespoons, 17 servings, and only 10 calories per. Now, moving on to some toppings. We have whipped cream for all you whipped cream lovers. We have fat-free here, of course, and there's only about 5 calories, and it's a 5 gram with 37 servings. No protein, unfortunately, but just a low calorie, only 5 calories, and works out just to put on your pancakes or any sort of treat you desire. And before we get to our popcorn seasonings, this is a great source of protein. We have fat-free cheese. Now this is fat-free mozzarella. You're looking at 1/4 of a cup being only 45 calories. and there's 9 grams of protein per serving of 45 calories. This is really nice to throw on a small pizza, and honestly, it might seem a little flat versus actual mozzarella, but the fat is dairy, so dairy has fat, but this is really nice, high in protein, great source, and honestly, I like it, so can't really tell the difference in personal experience. Now, moving on to our popcorn seasonings here. First up, we have movie theater butter salt. Now, we picked these up today, and we will be taste testing these as well. And we are looking at 1/4 of a teaspoon, 1.2 grams, is 0 calories. So normally with 0 calories, you could put quite a bit of stuff on there. Obviously, don't straight eat the salt, of course, but that's nice to have. On to our next one. This is movie theater butter, and this is the spritzer. So rich butterly flavor. This is the spray. Now, 0 calories again. And you're not looking at too many things in it, really. There's nothing in it, to be honest. But about 1/4 of a second spray is a serving, 284 servings. Now, on to our flavors. We have nacho cheddar flavoring. And, of course, this one, it has 100 servings, and it's about 1/4 of a teaspoon, 0.8 grams. There's only 2 calories. So you need to be careful with these because you can quickly go over, and this will end up being 80 calories if you pour so much in there. So you need to go slow and actually count it out. You don't have to weigh it, but just know when too much is too much. Now we have garlic parmesan. Garlic parmesan is also 2 calories, and I would assume all these are around the same as they are low-calorie toppings. So these are just the flavors, but they are all the same. Now we have white cheddar. Let me double check. Yep, 2 calories, same. And this one is actually double. Now this is the butter popcorn seasoning, butter flavored. This is actually double the calories, so being 4 calories for 100 servings. Now, our pizza crust will be our next topic, starting off with the first one, Kroger Crispy Thin. And this particular one, you're looking about 1/4 of a pizza crust. So in half, 1/4. We have 190 calories per slice, which is about 1/4. So 1/4 of the pizza being 190 calories minus toppings. So this is the thinner version of another one that we have here. And this, I believe, is the same calories, but it is thicker, so it is slightly more. But this one is just a lower calorie version. And then before I get to our best one, we will talk about the bigger one. And they always cover up the macros with a bag for this, so it's really hard to see. But this is about the same. And of course, they only take 7.5 minutes to cook in the oven at, I believe, 400 degrees. And you just add your toppings to it, and boom, you have a pizza. However, these big, thicker ones are more calories, and there are better ones that you can get. But you have to keep in mind that the thinner ones also cannot hold as many toppings, because then the bottom gets soggy and it doesn't have that crunch at the bottom. Speaking of our thin ones, we have the ultra thin whole wheat pizza crust. And it comes in 3, but I've opened it and already made a couple pizzas with it earlier this week. But we're looking at 100 calories per serving, 6 grams of fiber, 16 grams of net carbs, and only 70 milligrams of sodium. And of course, the macros on this, about 1/3 of a crust is 100, and 1 entire crust in this package is only 300. So you can eat this entire crust, this entire pizza, minus toppings, of course, is only 300 calories. So you can eat multiple pizzas, and it's only about half of your diet for the day. Of course, depending on what toppings you put on. We will do another video about making homemade pizzas, and we will see what kind of toppings we like to do. But this is probably the best option with the lowest calories from the math that I did compared to the other ones at my local stores. However, like I said, with the thinner ones, when you put toppings on it, you need to make sure you don't overdo it because the crust will become soggy and will not be able to handle it. I do not recommend microwaving leftovers. I recommend always putting them in the oven to reheat them.